Hello viewers, welcome to Quick Coder. My name is Tulasi. Today's topic is sorting zeros, ones and twos in an array in Java. So let's get started. Okay, now let's start. So this sorting of zeros, ones and twos in an array is very similar to sorting of zeros and ones in an array. It's very similar to that, but adding only one condition in the next one. So what happens is here already we done sorting of zeros and ones using is same like partitioning an array. In that j will always pointing out to 1. When some 0 occurs, both are swapping. So in the same way, this j will always pointing out to j will be always pointing out to 1 and k will be always pointing out to 2 so that the swapping occurs. Now if you trace this code, you will be better understanding. For example, see here, my I is 0. First of all, I will check is my I is less than k or not. Yes, I is less than or equal to k. Then what will happen? First I will check. Yes, my area of I is equal to 0. Then now I will swap this area of I and area of j. Same. Both are pointing to same. No swapping, 0 only will be there. And this both will be incremented. Okay, my j will be here and my I will be here. Again, I will check is my I is less than or equal to k or not. Yes, it is true. Now I will check this, which condition is true, else part. So it is not equal to 1, not equal to 2. Just simply what I am doing, the 2 must be at last. Okay, 2 must be at last. No? Now what I will do, both will be swapped. As both are 2, no problem. Both will be swapped and now my k will be decremented because here it is fixed. Okay, 2 is fixed here. Now again, what will happen is, now again I will check is my I is less than or equal to k or not. Yes, less than or equal to k. Now I will check is what happens to this. Area of I is equal to 0 or 1 or 2. It's 2. 2 means again swapping of area of I and area of k. Now 1 will be there, 2 will be there. And simply we are just decrementing this k because these 2's are fixed here. Now again I will check is my whether I is less than k or not. So why here I is fixed? Because here there should be zeros only, but we got 1. Now again see area of I is equal to 1. So what happens if my area of I is equal to 1? Simply what we are doing is we are just incrementing my I because j should be pointing out to 1. Whenever I occur 0, this j and I will be swapped. See. Now again area of I is equal to 1. Then simply incrementing my I. And again I is less than k, less than or equal to k, and it's pointing to 1. Again it will be incremented. Now I is less than or equal to k and area of I is equal to 0. Now what happens is, here, sorry, uh, sorry here there is my j no. Now area of I and area of j will be swapped, means 0 and 1 will be swapped, and now I will increment my both j and I, means my j will be pointing here and my I will be pointing here. Now again my I is less than k, less than or equal to k, and my I is equal to 2. So what happens if my I is equal to 2? Then simply swap I and k, means here there will be 0 and here there will be 2. Now I should decrement my k. And again I am checking is my I is less than or equal to k or not. As it is less than or equal to k and my area of I is equal to 0. So what happens if my 0 occurs? Swapping this area of j and area of I, means here there will be 0, here there will be 1. Now I will increment my both I and j. So my I will be here and my j will be here. Now I is less than or equal to k, and now what happens? Else, sorry, its area of I is equal to 1. No. Now I will increment my I. Again I will check is my I is less than or equal to k or not. No. I is greater than k. So now my loop stops, and my array is sorted. So that's it. That's it. Rather than using all sorting algorithms, etc., we can simply sort this zeros, one, twos, array containing zeros, ones, twos, using this simple while loop and some conditions in that. Okay, that's it about this video, and I will now let's start coding it. Okay, now let's start. Let me check whether it is recording or not. Yes. Now, first of all, what we should take now here initially, I'm taking my int I is equal to 0 and int j is equal to 0 and int k is equal to array dot length minus 1. Now while my I less than or equal to k, what will happen here is, if my array of I is equal to 0, what we should do? We should swap array I and j, and now I just want to increment this I plus is equal to 1 and j plus is equal to 1. Okay. Sorry, here I am keeping flower places. Okay. Okay, now let's do with else if part. What happens if my array of j is equal to 1? Then simply increment my I plus is equal to 1. Okay. And now what happens if my in my else part? First of all, I will swap this array I k and I will decrement my k. That's it. Okay. So now let me run the code. Compilation error. Wrong answer. What happens here? Where we are wrong? Plus is equal to 1, j plus is equal to 1. My area of I is equal to 0, then okay, and area of j, and where we are getting wrong. So I think instead of area of I, kept area of j. Okay, now let's run this. Yeah, it is accepted. Let's submit. Okay, correct answer. That's it, friends. That's it about this video. The coming up video is how to find out the pivot of a sorted rotated array. Okay, so wait for this video and subscribe to my channel Quick Coder to get notified for the further videos. Thank you. Thank you for watching.